Hello, guys. Welcome to the 100 Days of Feature Requests uh, by Sawolabs. How are you all feeling? Uh, Sorry for the delay. We had a bit of a delay before we start the program. I guess that was to create the buzz for you to network with each other. So my name is Ashish. I'm the community lead for the 100 Days of Feature Request program. I welcome you all today. It's gonna. We've been working hard for this program for a month. The intent, right? Let me start off by talking about the intent of this program. We were building we were building a community of developers and product managers across, right? They were supporting us as Sawolabs to drive the product growth, right? To drive a lot about how the product should look like, how should user onboarding be, right? Provided a lot of insights and feature requests to improve the product. And that's where we felt that we need to provide this as a platform for a lot of brands across in India to come and have great talents like you guys, developers and product managers, come up with great features, right? And solve problem statements that they give and contribute, right? So here we are today, kicking off the program, right? Uh, for those of you who wants to share this, uh, we are also live streaming the same, right, in YouTube. I'm just gonna put the link here. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Thanks, team. This has been awesome. So, great, guys. So, how are we going to take this forward? Is I'm going to take you a little bit of understanding of how the program is going to look like, right? You must be having a lot of questions regarding the schedule, points, how to submit, right? What are the brands which you'll be contributing for? What are their problem statements? How do I find that? Right? All of those questions must be going over your head. So I'll just take you through a little bit of a 10-minute presentation so that you can have a look. Meanwhile, let's cheer up. All right. And there we go. I'm so excited to kickstart this. So coming to it, 100 days, 10 brands, 5,000 plus Savo community involving this, and we have a lot of new people into the community now, product managers, founders who wants to be part of this session. What we expect out of you for the entire 100 days, or for those brands that you contribute to, for those days that you want to come and think about the problem statements, figure out feature requests. So there's five things that I expect out of you. One, be innovative, right? All the problems that has been given to you is given to you as a responsibility from these brands to innovate, create ideas, come up with things that you haven't seen before. Your creative flow needs to come in when you think about curating these feature requests. Second, accountability, very important. Show up every day, right? So let's say one day you didn't get time to work on, let's say, anything, but still show up the next day. Find out what other people are going on. Get motivated because of their work, right? Be accountable to just come and say hi, right? Look at others' work. I'm sure that will create a lot of confidence in you to look at what they are working on, to look at the contributions, and then go ahead and put your brains out to solve those problem statements. Right? I mentioned about creativity before as well. Uh, we are here to provide collaboration through community and uh, and primarily impact, right? So make sure you join our community. There's going to be if people, there's going to be a Slack invite on your chat right now. Feel free to join that community, share about yourself, join our channels. We have a resources channel as well, where we have created a knowledge base so that you can find out a lot about what will go on in the program. So feel free to join the community. Team, please put the Slack invite on the chat. Third, opportunity. 100 days, a lot of 1,000 plus participants, 10 brands. That means a lot of room for opportunity for you to grow, network, right? Build your personal brand, and we will be there to support you in every step in that journey. Okay, so what are the different themes of problem statement that you'll be solving for? User onboarding, user journey, churn rate, bounce rate, user offboarding, and checkout, right? So I'm sure this is understandable by many of you. If you still don't, you can go to our knowledge base in our Slack channel and read what does this mean about. Okay, so we're gonna reveal the schedule for December because it's gonna be 100 days, and we want to focus on the next 30 days and keep it very fun, engaging, and obviously we want you to provide all the feedback that we can as we move along the program, right? So as you must be aware, you must have got all the emails regarding all the brands that you will be contributing for in December. We are kickstarting today our first brand, Habitate. So more about that will come. We'll have the founder come in and talk more about what Habitate is all about. So the first cohort is starting today till 8th of December. The second cohort for Setu from Setu India is starting from 8th of December. The third cohort for contributing to Habit is starting on 18th of December. We will reveal the brands for January right on 21st of December. So keep on the lookout. Okay, so how does 10 days will look like, right? You've dived in. Today is day one. We are kicking off right here, right? From today to the next 6 days, you'll look at the problem statements, right? You'll try to brainstorm. We have provided you a template as well that you can, just use and draft the feature request and then submit to us. We'll have a lot of fun games, quiz, and also a very interesting webinar from the product team on their learnings of building their product. Uh, and you will have 6 days of time to submit your feature requests. For those of you who also love to code, we have created GitHub repos as well, so that you can send pull requests as well. So I'll tell you more about how the point system of how this is going to work out soon. So post that, the last 2 days, we're gonna our job will be primarily to look at all of your submissions and see who do we pick out as top contributors. But until then, you can have a fun night with each other, share learnings about the last 6 days of contributing, network with each other. On day 10, we will have the winners disclosed. We have a live session with the brand. So if you have any more questions, you can put down in the Q&A section. We will come back to you. I'll come back to you post this presentation. How do I submit? As I said, for people who are product managers who are very well aware of, let's say, sending feature requests, we've already given you an inbuilt template in the knowledge base of 100 days, which you can find again in the Slack channel, so that you can replicate and submit your feature requests in the form of PDF. For people who are also submitting code submissions, we have created GitHub repos. So all you need to do is just go there, fork it into your own personal repos, and send in your PRs. How I use code per head. One feature request submission gives you 500 points. One code submission for that particular problem statement will give you 1,000 points. Both included will give you 1,500 points. More submissions, more points, right? What are the rewards? All your work, you put in your sweat, you put in your hard work. We obviously have a lot of rewards for you. First, your work will be out of, let's say, 100 people who contribute. We will pick the best contributions and provide that to the brand so that they can look at your work and see if they can also extend a lot of opportunity to join their team or get you a freelance gig, right? We have a lot of cash rewards coming from Sawolabs, merchandises and swags also for top winners, vouchers for all the participants who contribute, and surprise, let's say if you contribute to, let's say for this cohort, but you also want to start contributing to other cohorts throughout the program, we have a leaderboard which we're going to be having throughout the program, so that program winners, the top program winners, will get iPhone, iPad and AirPods. And yes, all of your contributions, the top ones, will be featured in our program newsletters. So it's time to reveal our first brand. So I would like to invite the founder of Habitate, Deepak, to talk more about uh, Habitate and stuff. Deepak, are you here?
Hi Ashish. Hello everyone. How are you guys doing?
Great, Deepak. Awesome. Why don't you give a little bit insight about what Habitate is all about?
Great. So Habitate is a SaaS tool to be first. It helps people build online community. So using Habitate, you can create a community that easily integrates with your existing website or mobile application. So how it works, you sign up with Habitate first, then you customize your community based on your branding needs. You upload your logo, you change your brand color, you give a community a tagline, and then you create boards for your community. Boards are pretty much like what you see channels on Slack. So you can create n number of boards, but then we provide multiple types of boards. So you can create a board of private categories, secret boards. You can also create a hierarchy of posting, whether you want people to post anything, whom do you want to post in the community. So all these privacy control you have. Yep, kind of like a resource base. But when you say community, the bigger opportunity is that a traditional knowledge based system is a one way traffic where the company writes and everybody gets to read them. But a community is where a lot of people are able to engage with each other. So that once you create a community, we give you a couple of options, where you can have all your discussions, you can list your upcoming events, and then people can react to your post. They can give emoji reactions, they can comment, they can reply, they can tag people. And this pretty much helps brands to collect user feedback, create a support forum, create a brand community. So that's pretty much the use case it is.
Awesome. So, Deepak, definitely will have more details sent through. For those guys who want to know more about Habitat, I put the link here as well, where we have compiled in terms of what the brand is all about and the problem statements. So, the first problem statement, Deepak, what you've given to the community to solve is improve community engagement. So, could you a little bit highlight more about why you're doing this problem statement and what do you want them to do and how do you want them to think through this?
Right. When it comes to community, when you bring in a lot of people, one of the first aspect of it is to engage people. That is how you get to create a lot of value out of the community. So there are two types of communities that exist. One is very synchronous in nature, like what you build on platforms like Slack, Discord, and so on. It is very synchronous in nature. It demands people to be online. You ask a question and then people respond to it. And the one that we are shooting for is the asynchronous method of conversation, which is more valuable if you have a lot of timeless conversation. So when I say timeless conversation, something that somebody wrote months ago, you can still pick on it and continue the conversation even after years, and continue and create value out of it. So now when it comes to forum, like community, one of the key asset is to engage people. One way of doing is through the in-app notifications, and the other way of doing is running through coupling it with the emails. So that is how we have been doing it so far. So through this problem statement, we are looking at good ideas and codes from people like outside the box, other than these in-app notifications and email. What else can we do? Something completely outside the box is what we are expecting to see as responses.
Awesome, lovely. Thank you for that. Detailed sort of like explanation, guys. If you have more questions regarding the problem statement, you can definitely ping us in the community, and we will definitely be happy to answer more about the problem statement. Deepak, second thing that you're given them is community analytics metrics, right? So, could you please highlight about that as well?
So if you take communities that are bit matured, so we have few communities that work with us that are matured and sizes beyond 100,000 in sizes. So if you take a look at these kind of communities, it's too big, and which means it is going to attract a lot of chaos within them in the initial days. You really want to know how your community is performing, who is performing. As a community manager, you want to know a lot of things about your community, and at that large size, these data points would be really helpful. So we want you to take a look at the product. Of course, by looking at the product, you will be able to understand all the data points that the platform might be able to give you. The emoji reactions to a post, the comments, who is writing a reply, who is being tagged, mentioned, how many posts each person has written. So if you assume this data exists with you, imagine that table of content is with you. What kind of analytics is something you can create out of it, right? So this requires two level of thinking. Of course, one on the side of a community manager, what is it that I want? Second, as a from the product perspective, what is it that the product can provide at its most simplicity way. While you tackle both the problems, I just wanted to mention out here that as at Habitat, we have a strong product philosophy here, which is to maintain utmost simplicity in whatever it is that we do. So we expect the same kind of ideas that comes out of from you as well. So somebody asked me, is Habitat open to hiring from the community? Yes, Habitat is actively hiring. So if we are able to pick people from here, that would be great for both us as well as from the program perspective. I also see that yeah, those are questions. Yeah, what will
Awesome.
be the average size of the community? So we have communities of all sizes. We have communities of small sizes. We ourselves have a community called communitycoldcoffee.com, which is of a size of just 30 to 40 people. But then we also have a community of size of 140,000 people. We also have a community of size around 1.3 million users. So it really depends. So whenever you come up with an idea, it is really hard to be generic. So I would recommend it is absolutely okay if you pick a specific use case, like how can we approach the problem of engagement for a small community or a larger community. You can pick and choose. A generic solution may not fit everyone, or you can give us an idea where it is an improvised version, like how the feature in itself keeps improvising as the community scales.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deepak, for that.
Uh, we are hiring full-time people as well as Aniket Power. Yes, we are hiring full-time folks. Yeah. So if you are just a passed out student, probably you will be picked as an intern for the couple of months with a pre-placed offer. Suppose the internship get over, you would be successful completion of the internship will be converted into full-time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deepak, for that detailed stuff. So, guys, right now, I've sent you a link to go ahead and check out Habitat. Yes, you can start on a free trial version to explore and play around, right? So, what we're going to do, oh, okay, Deepak, Mohammed has a question of Habitat tech stack.
Yeah. So we are on Vue.js on the front end and Java Spring Boot on the back end with GCP as our cloud services. So when you are, if you are trying to do some sort of POC with the code, do not stress yourself with Vue.js. If you're good with JavaScripting, you can use that to show us. Again, we are very obsessed with comes to front end, UI UX part. If you sign up, you might have already noticed with our product, what sets the product apart from everyone is the user experience that it provides. So yeah, so you don't have to hit hard on the Vue.js part. If you're good with JavaScript and if you have any other tech stack, you can work on it. But the backend, we still would recommend you to, in for hiring purposes, we would recommend you to hit on Java.
Awesome. Sounds good. Uh, Guys, yes, so what we'll do is we will definitely have Deepak and team added to the community to answer more of your questions. So for now, what you do is if you are interested to contribute to Habitate, we have given you a form. So please fill that up because uh, we will be sending you invites only for, let's say, Habitate events, and there'll be a private channel created for each brand so that we curate the cohort according to the contributions for the brand. So please go to this link and submit your details and show interest to contribute to Habitat. We will get added to a private channel with the team to answer any further questions. All right. So thank you so much, Deepak, for joining in today. I know you're sick, but thank you so much for making it today and interacting with us. We look forward for the community to contribute to Habitat's growth and problem statements. Yeah, we will see you again.
Cool. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Okay, awesome. So, guys, so here we are, right? We have kicked off, we've given you all the details regarding the program, we've got the brand, showcasing all the problem statements. So the main thing right now is for you to head to the community and also show your interest to, contribute to Habitat, and we will get you started with all the things necessary to kickstart your journey in 100 days of feature request program. So I'll see you guys again. You can ping me in the Slack channel or any other questions. Thank you so much for joining in. We will see you again on Saturday because we're going to have a webinar from the team. So all the event schedules are again mentioned in the section called as notice board in the knowledge base. So feel free to look into it and ask us any questions in the community. So for today, see ya guys. Happy 100 days of feature requests.